7600. Hi guys, welcome back to 7600 Podcast with your host Madison. And on today's episode, we will be speaking about people not valuing relationships in today's society. And before we get into it, go ahead and like and subscribe. And yeah. So, pretty much, I thought of this episode because I've seen something very, I feel like important, I guess you could say, in today's society. I don't know if it's just more so with my generation or just with people in general. Okay, honestly, now that I'm saying it, it makes me feel like it's just people in general. I just see it more on social media from people of my generation, because I feel like a lot of people who are on social media are, when they are very vocal about how they feel and the things that they are thinking, feeling, saying, whatever, it's more so from my generation. The older generation is on social media, but I don't really see a lot of them post too much about things that are, I guess, surface level or just, yeah, pretty much surface level. So I think that a lot of people don't struggle to find good relationships or find good people and build those relationships. I think a lot of people, and when I say relationships, I mean platonic and romantic. So friendship and boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. Yeah. So I think a lot of people are struggling to value the people that they have in their life. So when they say, oh, I can't find friends, I can't find a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a lot of times it's not that we're struggling to find good people, it's that we're struggling to value these people when they come into our lives. And when I say value, I mean like you don't take someone for granted, you're loyal to that person. You don't look at them and think, oh, like they don't matter in my life. And again, I see it more with my generation of people because even this guy, I saw this video on TikTok, it's one of my favorite videos. He said, if I can, I'm gonna try to put the video, like the clip on here some way, somehow, if I can figure that out. Bear with me, I'm still learning, but if I can figure it out, I'm gonna put it on here because I love that video. He said something like,
you know why marriage is not lasting no more? Because social media gives you the false illusion of options. You don't got that many options, nigga. Don't nobody want you, okay? The girl you got, she a good girl, bro. Lock the in. Jada Waiter don't want you, nigga.
people aren't getting married anymore. Well, no, he said marriage isn't lasting anymore because social media gives people the false illusion of options. And he was like, well, you don't really have that many options. And it was so funny to me because, for one, it's true. And two, the way he said it made it funny. And it had me thinking, like, that video was one of the reasons I even was thinking about this episode as well. Because a lot of people don't value the people that are in their life. I have come across people that did not value me. And over time, you kind of just learn people are going to people. At the end of the day, they're going to do whatever they want. You can't force someone to change. You can't make someone value you. You can't make someone put in the work to have a solid foundation in a relationship with you. You can't do those things. Either they're going to do it or they're not going to do it. You can talk to someone till you're blue in the face. If they don't care, they don't care. So sometimes it's best to just let people go. It can be hard because coming from someone who literally only has two friends, like literally, I just have two friends and a bunch of associates. I have plenty of people throughout my life that I've been cool with, but I didn't label them as a friend because, for one, I didn't know them long enough. Two, I didn't know like if I could trust them or not. Three, it's just like I think friend is a strong word. Just like hate is a strong word, I think friend is a strong word. I don't think you should walk around calling any and everybody your friend. I don't think it's very safe to do that, especially in today's world. People will stab you in the back, stab you in the front, stab you in the foot. They'll do whatever they can, whatever they want to. People will be secretly hating you, having animosity towards you, jealous of you, envious of you. They really don't like you and they will smile in your face. You know, that's where discernment comes into play. But people will, like I said, people are going to people at the end of the day. So when you notice those things in people, I think the best thing to do is just to cut them off, because once you see someone doesn't value you, once you see someone is playing in your face, once you see someone is not really your friend, just cut them off. Like, it's not I'd rather have no friends than have a bunch of people that I label as friends that really don't like me, that really don't rock with me like that, that were not loyal to me. I I'd rather be alone. I'm good by myself. I enjoy my alone time. Do I want friends? Yeah, of course, but I don't want like a huge group of friends. I don't want a lot of people in my space because you just can't trust people nowadays. It's so, I don't even think it's nowadays. I think it's just in general. I think it's just a little more heightened for today's world. People are just not trustworthy, and it's unfortunate, but that's just the way the world is, that the way people are. So when you find good people, keep them around. And a lot of times people don't, when they meet good people, they think like, oh, they're disposable, they don't really matter, yada, yada, yada. And it's like, why do you think like that? You think because a lot of people do this. I'm gonna say women. Actually, no, I'm gonna say people in general. I see it more so with women, but I know men do it too, but I see it more so with women. A lot of women will be friends with another woman because of aesthetics. They will be friends with someone because she's like an it girl, I guess you could say. She's Instagram famous, she's TikTok famous, she has a lot of followers, she's pretty, she has clout. So being around her can make you have some type of clout yourself and bring followers to your page as well. So a lot of people are only friends, a lot of women are only friends with other women because of what they can benefit from that person. And even this guy, just thinking about that, this guy, another video I saw on TikTok, but he had said something like, people only come around you for your fruit. If you have good fruit, people are going to come around you because they benefit from you in some way, shape, or form, which is true when you really look at it with human beings. Because if someone comes around me and they want to be my friend, they want to be my friend for a reason. It's not like, oh, they just want to be my friend for no reason. It's either because I'm funny, I'm loyal, I'm a fun time to be around, I give great advice, like I'm always there when they need me. So stuff like that. You go around people for a reason. If the person is boring, if they are not interesting to talk to, they're rude, they're mean, they're nasty, they're just not interesting. Nothing about them is like you want to be around them. You most likely you're not going to go around them because they don't do anything for your life. They're not adding to your life. They're not helping you in some way, shape, or form. They're not doing anything. If they're constantly negative and they're making you feel sad inside because of all their negativity that they spew out, most likely you're not going to want to be around that person. So you're not going to go around them because they don't add anything to your life. They add a bunch of negativity. So technically they're taken away from your life. So you're not going to go around them. So it's the same thing with positivity. If someone is fun, you're like, oh, I like you. You're cool. You can have a conversation. It's not boring. It's not a bunch of small talk. The conversation's not going anywhere. So you're going to continue to go around them. So we all do it, if you want to be honest. We all go around people because of they add something, they bring something to your life in some way, shape, or form. I think that's just humans in general, honestly. But when it comes down to it, a lot of people, when they meet great people, I don't even want to say great people, because you don't know if someone's great until you really get to know them. You don't know if someone's great based off of a 5 minute conversation you had with them. Like, you don't know that person. They could be a crazy person and they put on a nice face. You don't know them. So I don't even want to say like a great person, just people in general. People don't value each other and they will overlook the things that someone does for them because someone else has done a little bit more or someone else is a little more fun. But then it's like that the other person is more what's the word? You can go to them in a crisis. Like person A, you can go to them in a crisis. Person B is just a fun time. A lot of people would choose person B because they're more fun. But then it's like, well, when you're in a crisis, don't run to person A because you don't really value them. You just want to have somebody around to have a good time with. And it's like, oh, when you need something, that's when you run to person A. But it's like, don't just run to people because you need something, because you want something, because you're in a situation. Because again, you're showing them you don't value me. You just keep me around for convenience. You want me here because I add something really great to your life, which is I can help you in bad situations. but you don't call me unless you're in a bad situation. So I'm like the fallout person, like the person when you fall out with your other friend or you can't call them for something, you run to me. You don't value me. You just value what I add to your life. You don't value me as a person, as a human being. You don't value the friendship that we have. If you don't show up for the people in your life, you're never around for them. They're always there for you. And but you can never show up for them. You don't value that person. And a lot of times to really see if someone really rocks with you like that, the one of the things you can do is you can like go ghost pretty much. Like don't call them, don't text them for say a month. If during that entire time they don't reach out to you, most likely they don't care about your friendship. Because a month of not speaking to someone and you don't think like, hey, I haven't heard from so and so, I haven't spoken to them in a little minute. Even if it's like 2 weeks, like you haven't spoken to them, you haven't heard from them, they're not posting anything on social media, would you not think like, let me check on them. Like, let me make sure they're straight because I haven't heard from them. I'm not seeing them post anything online. Like, let me make sure my friend is good. So I'm not over here like being selfish, just thinking about me all day long. I had to look at my iPad because sometimes I start to ramble and I got to get back on track of what I was saying. So I had to look at my iPad for my notes, get me back on track. But yeah, so when it comes to social media, I think social media plays a huge role in people not valuing each other nowadays. Because even, let me give an example, right? So a man could be dating a woman and he enjoys her company. He finds her attractive. He enjoys talking to her. They've been on dates and they are just like, they're really enjoying each other's time with each other. They're not in a full blown relationship, but they're getting to know each other. They're dating. And yeah, so say he met her in his city, wherever he lives at. Then he sees a woman from somewhere else because of social media. So now he's like, oh, let me see. She's more, let's say she's a little prettier than the girl he's dealing with, right? So he DMs her and then she gives him the time of day. So now he's like, oh, cool, I'm going to shoot my shot. I'm a da 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 da, thinking that he has access to this woman now because of DMs, because of Instagram, because of social media. So now he meets up with this other woman. He drops the girl that he was dealing with. He's like, I'm not feeling it no more. He drops her. So then he goes and deals with this other woman. And as time goes on, he sees that she's not really it for him. She's a pretty face, but she's not really it. Like once he got to know her a bit. So now he's like regretting dropping the other girl because he had a good time with her. Plus he was attracted to her. But this other girl's a little prettier. So now he's thinking like, oh, well, I'm gonna go with the girl who's prettier or has a nicer body or a bigger butt, a bigger breast, whatever you like. And so now he's regretting in his mind like, dang, I shouldn't have like stopped dealing with the other girl because I don't really like this girl no more. Like she's a pretty face, but that's it. And I feel like a lot of people, men and women, they go about things like that. They think that just because they have access to other people online through social media, that means they have all these different options. And it's like, you really don't have all these options. You barely have access to these people. You just have access to an account and that's it. You have no access to this person physically. Like you are not physically in a room with them. You cannot really get to know them. You're just sliding in someone's DMs and that's it. And that doesn't mean anything. I can slide in someone's DMs right now. I'm not doing that, by the way, but I could if I wanted to. That doesn't mean I have access to them. I just have access to their social media account and that's it. And who's to say they're going to give me the time of day anyway? Who's to say that that man will even want me? He'll even be attracted to me. He'll be interested in talking to me. He'll want me for a real relationship versus just having sex and that's it. So a lot of people only think that they have so much access to all of these different people and they make themselves believe they have all of these options when in reality you really don't. So people will meet someone that they actually enjoy and then drop them because they want to go deal with somebody else because of oh, they have followers, they have more money, they have clout, they have what's it called, influence, they're prettier, they have a nicer body, or whatever the case may be, or they're friends with that celebrity, and maybe I can like slide in and try to be friends with that celebrity too, or other people in the industry, or whatever the case may be. So a lot of people don't value the people that are in their lives, but they want to go over to other people that they feel as though can like put them on in a way, I guess you could say. So it's really sad. It's really sad because I've seen it with my own eyes. People will literally have someone great in their life and drop them like a sack of potatoes, like they just don't matter. Like that's not a human being with feelings and emotions. And then when when what they wanted doesn't turn out to be what they thought it would be, they try to run back. And it's like, you thought the grass was going to be greener on the other side, and then it wasn't. So now you want to try to run back to somebody else who would have done you right from the jump. But you wanted to drop them because you thought you had all this access to all these different people online. And social media makes you think you have access to all of these different people. And then it's like your mind, like low key, like I guess gaslights you, tricks you into believing that you have so many options because you can see somebody who lives in California when you live in like New York or something. So you live like on opposite sides of the country. And so now you feel like you have access and oh my gosh, I can see this girl and this girl and this girl or this man and that man and that man. And it's like, come on now. And then people sit down and wonder why they have no friends, why they're lonely, why they don't have anybody real in their life. Because all the people that you've come across that would have been there for you and really ride for you are the same people that you stopped dealing with because you thought that you could have someone else that was a little better. Better. In reality, they're not better. You don't even know these people. Oh, another thing is a lot of people are quick to drop someone or ghost someone or cut someone off over the smallest things in the world. If you cannot take accountability for your actions, you can't work through the tough times or have a conversation that is a little uncomfortable, that's a problem that you need to deal with. That's not a, oh, this person, I need to get rid of this person. That's an internal problem. A lot of people do not know how to take accountability, which is absolutely insane to me. Like, if I know maturity doesn't come with age, I know that, but it's like at a certain point, you should be able to take accountability for what you say and what you do. It's not always a blame game. It's not always like this person did it and this person did it. And it's like, I didn't do nothing. I'm a saint. I'm just like out here being perfect. And the thing is about accountability, it's really not, I don't think it's hard to take accountability. I really don't think it is. I think it's like an ego thing as well. Like you have to put your ego aside, your pride aside, and walk up to someone and say, I am so sorry for what I did, what I said. It was not my intentions to hurt you. I'm so sorry. I hope you forgive me. Like, what is so hard about doing that? It's like, if you don't want to take accountability for what you do, don't do anything to where you have to take accountability for the actions that you've done. Don't hurt people. Don't do wrong things to people. Don't talk behind people's back. Don't be disloyal. Don't snake people out. Don't do things where it's like you have to apologize. Of course, something's going to happen. You have to apologize, whether you meant to or not. But it's like, don't put yourself in a position to apologize if you don't know how to apologize to people. And a lot of times, people are so quick to basically cut somebody off, because that's the biggest thing in this generation today is, oh, I'm gonna cut them off, I'm gonna cut them off, I'm gonna cut them off. Like I said earlier, you should cut people off. The wrong people. Don't cut people off because you had a disagreement and it turned into a little bit of an argument, and now you don't know how to face them because you don't know how to deal with discomfort. So now you say, oh, I don't want to deal with this person anymore because that's going to be an uncomfortable conversation. Uncomfortable conversations is how you grow. That's how you grow. That's how you set boundaries in the future. That's how you learn things about each other, so you don't continue to do things that the person doesn't like, so that bad situation doesn't happen again. So, but that's the thing. A lot of people don't want to say, you know what, I was wrong. I'm sorry. I love you. I value our friendship or our relationship. And can we move forward? They be quick to, oh, I'm going to just cut them off. I'm going to cut them off. They don't, And it's like, okay, no. you're wrong. You need to admit that you're wrong and you have a conversation with the person. But a lot of people are missing out on great friendships with great people because instead of just having those uncomfortable conversations, they'd rather just cut them off. To me, it's like a cowardly thing. Even ghosting people. I feel like it depends on the situation. I feel like ghosting has become way too normalized, and it's not it's not okay. Again, it depends on the situation. If someone is like crazy, like they're psychotic, they're constantly calling you, constantly texting you, you block them, they call you from another number, they're showing up to your job or your house if they know where you live or work at, they're calling your job, they're calling other people that you know, they're blowing up your Instagram, they're like stalking you. Yeah, you can ghost them at that point. You might want to file a restraining order too. But certain situations like that, I completely understand. But if you just like again had a uncomfortable moment, I don't think you should just ghost somebody for that. I think that says more about you than it says about the other person. Because even for myself, quick example, I was 19, I think. Yeah, I was 19 because it was before COVID started. Um, this guy at my job, he liked me, and I knew he liked me, and I'm sorry, it's kind of funny. So he had asked me for my number one day. So I I'm gonna be honest, I felt bad, and I took a little pity on him, which okay, I'm gonna just say that I felt bad because he was very nervous when he asked me, and it was very apparent, and he couldn't even look me in the eye when he asked me. He was like all over the place, and I was just standing there looking at him like, "Are you okay?" And I just knew I made him nervous. So then I said yes because for one, I didn't want to hurt his feelings. And in that time, I was being a people pleaser. I didn't even realize it because you don't want to give someone your number. That's not being mean. Like if you don't want to give someone your number, that's not a mean thing. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. And then at the same time, I didn't want things to be awkward at work. So I was like, sure. Mind you, we worked like very closely, like not in the same department, but different departments, but very, very closely. Like I would see him like all the time. And so I said yes. And right after I said yes, I immediately regretted it because I'm like, I don't have any interest in this man. I don't I don't want to date him. Like I didn't want to date him at all. So I was just trying to be like, okay, people pleaser and trying to keep the peace and not be awkward at work. So I gave him my number. He texts me every single day. When I tell you every single day, to the point where it irritated me because I just didn't have any interest in him. But I just kept the conversation going and everything. So then one day I said, you know what? And I would give him little hints that nothing was going to happen between us. He just kind of ignored them and just pushed them to the side, like what I said didn't matter. So I said, you know what? I am not going to continue on with this. I don't want to give him any more false hope than I already gave him because I already said yes to giving him my number. So it's like I didn't want to give him more false hope that he and I could be in a relationship when I didn't want that. And I tried to be his friend, and he made it clear that he didn't want to be friends. He wanted to be more than that. So I was like, yeah, I just gotta let this go. I just gotta like tell him like we can't text anymore. Like it's not going anywhere. So one day at work, I pulled him aside, just me and him, and I told him to his face, I said, hey, I don't think we should text anymore. You have feelings for me that I don't have for you, and I just don't think it's the best idea for us to continue to text. And he looked sad. He looked really sad, and I felt really bad, but I knew that that was the best thing to do. And that was the thing, though. Instead of ghosting him, instead of walking by him like I didn't know him, instead of blocking him, instead of just not answering his text messages or calls, I took the mature route and walked up to him face to face and told him, I don't think we should text anymore. I could have been a coward in that moment and said, you know what, I'm gonna just block you and say deuces and act like I don't even know you. I could have did that, but I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to be that person, and I don't believe in being a coward. I really don't. And he was nothing but nice to me. So for me to turn around and act like, oh well, I'm gonna just act like I don't see you, I feel like that's just trifling. So yeah, but that's the thing. It was uncomfortable telling him we shouldn't text anymore because he looked so sad and I didn't know how he would react. So it was uncomfortable, but I just did it though. And nothing bad happened. He didn't cuss me out. He didn't knock me upside my head. He didn't try to get me fired. He didn't walk around around work telling people that I was this, that, and the third, making up lies. Like none of that happened. So it was nothing to be scared of, but at the same time, it was very uncomfortable. So that was the thing. It was like, instead of just ghosting people, instead of just cutting people off, just talk to them about it. Especially if you really enjoy the friendship you have with someone or the relationship you have with someone, talk to them about it. Don't just go ghost and act like you don't know the person. Because to me, that means, like I said, it shows more about who you are than who they are, because you're a coward, because you can't sit down and have those uncomfortable conversations with someone and say, you know what, this isn't going right, and I'm a dip out. Don't just ghost the person. Even if you don't want to say to their face, like at least text them, I guess. Like that's better than just full on ghost. So yeah. But pretty much that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. So sorry if I rambled on a little bit too much. I try to keep it organized, but I'm still learning. Work in progress forever. So yeah, go ahead and like and subscribe. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and I will see you guys later. Bye.